Michael Steele's at it again. But it's a perfect combo. It's not just Michael Steele. It's Michael Steele and Michelle Bachman. Oh no, what's going to happen when these two collide? Nothing but utter goofiness. So they're at this conservative conference, and Michael Steele gets up, the head of the RNC. God, he's the head of the RNC. And at first, when they selected him, I thought it was a good idea. But he's turned up the goofy meter to like 11, as they would say in Spinal Tap. So he says, we know the past, and we know we did wrong. My bad, but we go forward in appreciation of the values that brought us to this point. Yeah, I know. You're bad, and the slum love, and the gov, and the whatever else you got going. And now the Republican Party is freaking awesome, right? As he said yesterday on a radio show. Then Michelle Bachman comes up. So my bad's not that bad. If it was by itself, I'd just totally let it go. But in the context of everything else Michael Steele said, it's funny that he's still going with the, as he would say, the hip-hop lingo, so that he could bring that to the urban and suburban streets. He said that. Unbelievable, man. Suburban streets are what Michael Steele's all about. Then Michelle Bachman comes up and wants to basically congratulate him, but she's gotten into the lingo, right? She's figured it out. So she says to him, and I quote here, this is a Republican congresswoman from Minnesota. She's always been a little crazy. But she says to him, quote, Michael Steele, you be the man. You be the man. No, you didn't, Michelle. You didn't just say you be the man. Oh, Republicans. God love them, man. If it wasn't for them, who the hell would entertain us? They are funny. Oh, by the way, Mitch McConnell, later in the conference, gets up and says, you know, of course, the Republicans are more fun and interesting. Well, the way you come up with these stories, it winds up being fun and interesting, although that's not really how you intended it. By the way, his evidence for why Republicans are more fun and interesting than Democrats, which, by the way, is clearly an indefensible point. Really? Have you seen Republicans? Look, back when I was a Republican, I knew we weren't the fun and interesting party. Okay? I was like, oh, yeah, those Democrats look like they're having fun. Yeah, but they're not fiscally responsible, somebody would say. And it turns out they were and you weren't. But anyway, back to Mitch McConnell. He says, look, who do you want to hang out with? Paul Krugman and Robert Reich or Rush Limbaugh? Man, I have a clear answer to that question, and it's not the one you're expecting, Senator McConnell. But that's his evidence that Republicans are more fun and interesting, because they hang out with Rush Limbaugh. I think we got a different definition of fun and interesting than you guys. Oh my God, I'd love to see that kid in college, because I know that kid in college. I wasn't quite that kid, all right, but I knew him. Who's like, oh, we had so much fun. Oh, what, you guys were out partying and smoking your dope. I was hanging out with Rush Limbaugh. Okay, that's the kid who never got laid at college. Okay, fun and interesting, my ass. Please.